I can't take it! Plugging straight into this amp of doom. I'm here with Brandon Montgomery, witch doctor of amplification devices. Got a Wildwood 10 Strat here going right into the front end of this beast, and we're not even that loud, ladies and gentlemen. We can't be. It's a 100-watt amplifier, correct?
Oh, we can, yeah.
We could rattle colons and polyps 3 counties over. But at the same token, what? At the same token, we could get that kind of frosty, delicious overdrive with just that kind of feedback at will and sustain with a Strat at this volume. It's almost hard to take. I can't take it. You're a demon.
You seem to be handling it okay.
I like your kind of talk.
As far as I can tell.
Tell us what this device is, please.
This here?
Yes.
Is a Bludotonics.
Bludotonics, weapon of the night. Bludotonics, scream like a demon of the night. Sometimes you can rhyme night
too, though.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it works in mid-afternoon as it is right now. Or kind of late afternoon, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So that was the kind of the lead sound with all the bells and whistles attached, correct?
That was the overdrive with the preamp boost engaged.
Okay.
So starting from there, we can just kind of step it down.
Let's do that.
We can go overdrive with everything engaged. Overdrive with the mid boost engaged. And overdrive by itself. Then the clean with the mid and the preamp boost engaged.
Say what?
What? Then the next stage down would be just the clean with just the mid boost on.
Okay. Stunning.
And then just the plain old clean. We have the bright switch on, just a little bright. We can take the bright switch off too. If you want like a real chicken pickany kind of tone, we can put it in the jazz mode with the real bright. Well, I'm standing here.
crazy good.
Well,
I can't even believe
it
it.
doesn't sound like that when I play it.
I don't even know what to say. If I had this thing, I think I couldn't even live with myself because I would have such an attitude. Because I know that no matter where I went, my tone was going to hit people right in the solar plexus and probably kill them.
It might.
And that's not wrong. Kill them with kindness is the way I like to roll. Benevolent death. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying at this point in time. I'm intoxicated. I'm intoxicated by tone.
And benevolent death.
So say my name is Randy Poundkind, and I live in the deepest, darkest depths of Iowa, and I say to myself, I want Bludotone. As a matter of fact, I want this amplifier. What do I do?
Well, you send me an email, call me on the telephone. Best thing to do is just send an email.
And go to bludotone.com.
Bludotone.com or info@bludotone.com. And
yes.
Yeah, just send an email. Right now I'm about 1.5 years backlogged.
Save your breath, Randy
It's worth waiting
Poundkind.
for.
Save your dollars. I'll tell you what, it's just outstanding. And the cable we're going through, this belongs to a certain friend of ours.
Indeed.
And these have 20-watt Celestians in this particular
Wonderful
thing. But
cabinet.
it sounds good with any doggone thing.
This particular amp just excels in anything I plug it into. It just likes it. You know, some of the voicings don't like certain speakers, I find, but this particular one it likes whatever I plug it in, whatever guitar I plug into it, whatever speakers I plug it into. You know, this one versus a lot of the circuits I build, it seems to be a little more forgiving. A lot of them have a very crisp high end that it doesn't work well for a heavy-handed player. You know, if somebody's used to like playing a Les Paul through a Marshall for 30 years, might not like a lot of the other ones, but this one responds in a more forgiving way.
Indeed.
Yeah, it kind of squishes everything and kind of expands it rather than just bark and hit you in the face like. Bah!
I got you. I think this sounds magnifico. But let me ask you this. Say you say to yourself and self says to you, what? I need a little bit of reverb. So could you do just a reverb pedal in front of the amp? Or would
you can do reverb several ways. You can do the reverb in front of the amp. Certain reverb pedals are going to sound better than others.
Right.
When you go to the overdrive, you're going to have overdriven reverb.
Right, so you want to have that turned down.
Yeah, now the
tad.
amp has a break loop in the back, which is preamp out and power amp in.
Okay.
I make a device called a loopulator, which is a buffered effects loop.
Yes.
For buffered effects loop for this, you can interface any reverb you like, a pedal, a rack mount, an old spring tank, Fender standalone spring reverb, whatever you like, right through it. What I do at home is I have a multi-effects unit, and I have what's called a wet-dry blend box.
Okay.
Exotic makes them.
Yes.
It's called an X blender. And so I run my effects 100% wet, or not quite 100% wet because it's a little too much. Then I actually blend my wet to dry with that box so that my analog signal stays analog. It never gets converted by the effects to digital. It gives you a more pure sound, and then you can just add in a touch of effect when you want it. That's how I like to do it.
There's fire in your words.
There are many ways to get to the same end.
To get to the promised land.
Depending on what type of volume you're playing at, certain reverb pedals you can actually plug right into the break loop.
As it is.
As it is. Once you get past a certain volume level, the voltage is a little too much for the pedal, and they start to, you'll hear it. It starts to load down, and it, you get that clipping, that solid state or digital clipping, depending on what but at bedroom volumes and stuff, it works just fine at that low volume.
Got it.
Right in there.
Magnifico. And if you wanted a combo of this, you could do that as well?
Sure, yeah. Put it in a little 112 combo, no problem.
And I'll tell you what, that is dangerous.
It's heavy in a combo, but it can be done.
You know what? It's heavy figuratively and literally. And that's the important thing that people need to understand. That if you want to rock, you gotta pay the price. Some people don't understand it. If you want the tone, you must pay the price.
Well, let's turn on the grease and watch you rock for these folks.
Yeah, I'm all right. That sounds good.
Are you in?
I'm in.
That's awesome.
This thing is wicked.
That was on the bridge pickup too of a Strat.
It was. Getting that kind of sinew, bridge pickup out of Strat without deafening us. I mean, we're at a hearty volume, but we're not deafening by any stretch. At least I don't think so, but my
I
hearing's
could
gone.
yell at you over this volume. I couldn't talk over it, but
Yeah, you could yell over it.
Yeah.
There you have it. Brandon Montgomery from Bludotone. I'm Greg Koch. We're here at Wildwood, kicking it old school. We'll see you cats in the flip-flop.